what went wrong for you guys the last couple minutes?
Well, I don't know, it was the last couple minutes. I think the first 4 minutes of the game, last 4 of the first half, and the first 4 of the second, obviously the last 4 of the game. They came out and I think scored 11 straight points to start the second half, and we were able to somewhat hang on there and build the lead back up. But, I'm not sure. We put the pressure on ourselves with the turnovers at the wrong time. When, I thought a point in the game that was critical where we could have maybe gave ourselves even more breathing room was when Jacoby was out of the game and we had 2 bad turnovers at that point. But our ball screen coverage broke down more than anything in the second half. Philon's a terrific player, but we did not do what we had done the whole first half. You really tough. They're an extremely hard team to guard, as everybody knows, but when you allow them to reject ball screens and get downhill, those type things, it makes it even more difficult, and we just blew too many ball screen coverages.
Is there an update on Nate? Any idea how long he'll be on?
No.
Coach, your team outpaced the Crimson Tide in a number of key categories. What to you was the discrepancy there, and what really changed the tide for Alabama?
Well, again, for as many 2-point shots as we took, I'd like to think at some point in time we're going to get fouled, and then it's a matter of whether we can make free throws. But we, again, so much. Jacoby was terrific. I mean, you look at what he did. I mean, he couldn't do any more than what he did. And again, I thought he played his heart out. But we had a chance to come up with a couple big defensive rebounds that we didn't. Our post guys, again, they're not going to make all those, but when you have as many offensive rebounds as we have, we should be getting more production out of that, and we're not. And it can't be just rebound. And we do, if we can't put it right back up, we do want to kick it out, and we get a good look at it from the 3. That's a great time to take a 3, but we need more points from our offensive rebounders for certain. But again, the start of the second half, not very good, and then even the last 4 minutes, we just put so much on Jacoby.
Nate, did he re-aggravate it in the second half or just not?
No, I think when he hurt his knee a little bit, but he did tweak his the foot he had turned at Missouri, that ankle. He tried, and if he can't go, he can't go because there's no one tougher than him.
Along those lines, I mean, I think y'all were up 4 when he got hurt. Y'all were still up 4 with about 3 minutes to go. That's a long time without him, except for those first couple of minutes of the second half. Did you learn anything about your team without Nate?
Well, yeah, it goes back to execution. I mean, you got to, and it's not just offense. I mean, it's defensive execution. I mean, they were. Think about how many points they scored at the rim in the second half. We need some of those, and we might do it a little bit different, but they still got in there and made some shots. We need to do that, but again, there's no excuse for the ball screen. Blowing the ball screen. That was one of the first things we put up on the scout, and transition early. When they got some good looks at it early, it was, again, there's no way you ever run back of a post guy way back underneath the basket. You got to turn around and play, and not everybody was totally locked in the way we have to it in a high-level game like this. And we just, in the end, they made one more play than we did, and we needed to get a stop. We couldn't. We need to come up with a big rebound. We didn't. And then we need to get a basket. I thought, again, we were going to take it hard to the basket there and thought if we could get it on the glass, score it, or get an offensive rebound, but didn't work our way. Last year it did. Tonight it didn't.
How do you think Amari Evans sort of filled in for Nate throughout the night?
Amari's going to be fine. The more he's out there, the better he's going to get, and he's not afraid to compete. And I told him he's looking. He's somewhere in between where, he not sure if he should shoot, when he should shoot, and when he shouldn't. And the more he's out there, he'll figure that out because he's a high-level competitor, and he does a lot of the dirty work that we need him to do. And he's learned a lot as a freshman, and he'll keep going because he wants to be good.
Coach, the inability to get stops down the stretch, the inability to score down the stretch, is there one that's more problematic or troublesome to you at this point in the year?
Well, again, it's a lot easier I think to get stops if you do what you practice. We didn't do what we practiced when they were scoring. We did not do what we practiced, what we talked about. Again, I wish I could coach making shots because we would never miss. And, Jacoby, he drove in there late through that lob. He had a wide open shot. He's got to shoot it. And but he got hit in the mouth, and I'm sure that bothered him a little bit. But you got to make plays, and we didn't make it on the defensive end when we needed to, and when we needed to get a back bucket, we couldn't get it.
Coach in the back, over here. Would you say that tonight was one of the first games where the other team is out physical your guys, or do you feel like that was just kind of what happened with the foul calls?
You have to. Where are you seeing we got out physical? I don't know where you looking at.
Just in terms of in the paint and getting more physical with the presence of bodies inside.
I think the game inside has been like that all year. I mean, it was physical at Missouri. It'll be physical at it is. I don't think we got out physical. I don't think that at all.
Do you see a disconnect anywhere to why at this point in the year the players aren't doing what you're practicing?
Oh yeah, I mean we don't practice throwing the ball out of bounds. We don't practice that. We don't practice calling a set and the player not doing it. That happened a couple times, and at this time of year it can't happen. It really can, and I'll take the blame for that. It's just, but it can't happen. It just can't happen. Those are you expect to be in possession games like this. Really close, you expect it, and but you can't give some away. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Alabama, and they do a great job, but you can't come out the second half the way we did. Just not locked in the way we were at the start of the game, and we should be. And for us to be great, we have to be like that for 40 minutes. We can't have the letdown that we had there for that. Can't give up transition through. We gave one up early, where we tell these guys, getting back is not enough. You got to get back ready to play, not just here but every game. And the game was, it was a hard-fought game. Both teams played, but they made more plays when they had to than we did. They got a lot of guys that can score the basketball. They do. They got a lot. They can spread you out. Normally they can keep 5 guys out there that can score. And again, where we kept them, I think you look at they made their threes. They've been on fire to do that. And if we would have stayed with our coverage the way we should have, we could have done better, but we didn't. And give them credit for making us break down.
Your guys shot 12 of 29 on layups tonight. Was there something you saw that led to that inconsistency?
No, I'd have to watch more of the film, with it. There's a hard game to officiate in there, but I'm sure they would feel the same way.
What's the lesson you want your guys to learn from these blown leads y'all have had this in SEC play?
It's not the blown leads, it's playing 40 minutes. That's what it is. It's being able to play for 40 minutes. And, you expect runs. I mean, basketball is a game of runs at times, but it doesn't have to be. But they're like that because it's really hard for players to be able to maintain their focus when maybe they turn the ball over, they go down the other end, they don't let it go, and they're not on edge and thinking about what they're doing right now. That happens a lot. And at this time of year, it doesn't take much of a letdown for another team to get going. And I think, again, I could say some guys are learning to play in these type games, but we played enough of them, okay? We've played enough of them that we ought to be able to, you got to get on to the next possession regardless of what happened, and we haven't been able to do that with a couple guys.